Thanks, Dan. We're tracking breaking news out of the Middle East this afternoon. After 15 months of war, Israel and Hamas agreeing today to a ceasefire deal that could end the fighting and bring hostages home.
News 15's Rebecca Castor has a look at the details of this agreement.
The Israeli Prime Minister's office cautions that some details are still being finalized, but ultimately negotiators have reached an agreement.
At long last, I can announce a ceasefire and a hostage deal has been reached.
It's a major breakthrough that came after intense negotiations between Egypt, Qatar, the U.S., Israel, and Hamas. The draft agreement calls for a 6-week initial ceasefire phase, during which 600 truckloads of humanitarian aid will be delivered to Gaza every day. Hamas will then start releasing hostages, beginning with women, children, and men over 50, in exchange for hundreds of Palestinian prisoners. Negotiations over the second phase will start 16 days later, with the third phase expected to mark the start of Gaza's reconstruction, which will be supervised by Egypt, Qatar, and the UN.
Too many innocent people have died. Too many communities have been destroyed. In this deal, the people of Gaza can finally recover and rebuild.
President Biden says today's agreement is nearly identical to the one he proposed back in May. But it was almost derailed by a last-minute disagreement over Israeli troops deploying along Gaza's border with Egypt. Israel says Hamas backed down, and the Israeli government is expected to vote on the deal on Thursday.
Today begins a responsibility for both sides, who will be supported by the international community and the mediators in order to achieve complete success.
President-elect Trump is also taking a victory lap, writing on social media that the deal was only made possible by his victory in November. In Washington, for News 15, I'm Rebecca Castor.